So what's going on, guys? James here. We're back for episode 7 of my FTB Infinity Let's Play series. Now, last time I explained some of the changes, how I changed the room around and built a few bits and pieces, my AE system. I think I remember showing you guys my power system. It's basically just lava generation and everything, and this was originally what was going to was powering the RF Tools dimension that I had built, but for some reason it kept like giving destabilization, like hunger, mining fatigue and stuff. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to flip this over, put it in my test world and everything, and see what happens. And I was like, you know what, let's put a resonant energy cell and see what happens. Turns out it was lack of energy that was causing the problems and what was killing me off every time. I'm like, great. Either I've done something wrong because I researched it fast, but yeah, basically I've got the dimension to work now. This is just still the sheep. I just leave these guys here to try and grow the wall back. Got a few bits because I needed it for covered cables. I'll do something proper this in a bit. You're probably like, okay, what's this block here? This is an elevator block because, well, as you remember, I said I was building the no, not carbon. Graphite bars, that was it. And I was going to build like a small, big reactor to kind of boost my power in this particular world. Well, I went ahead and did that. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 by 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 because it goes one below the ground. Yeah, it's a 7 by 7 by 7 basically, and what it basically has is 5 fuel rods in the middle, and that is what's the stuff called that's in the middle again? I think it's carbon or something. Graphite blocks, which are just the graphite bars, because I had a load of, because basically I cut down a bunch of trees, burn them into charcoal, which then can be made into graphite bars as well, which is good. And that produces, let's turn it back on. I not long turned it off because it was like quite high up, but it seems we drained quite a bit out of here. It's nearly in the 10,000 flux per tick at the minute, and we're still not quite 100% all the way warm yet. Fuel rods 5, max capacity there's like 10,000 millibuckets, fuel, waste, and all that type of stuff. Using like 0.8182 millibuckets per tick of fuel. So we're getting up to like the 7,000, close to 7,000, well, 6,500 flux per tick. So that's not too bad. This isn't filling up at the minute because I bet our resonant energy cell's quite low. Yeah, it is actually. Now, resonant energy cells, let me bring that back. Resonant. Hey, spelled it right that time. Basically what I did was, is it this one? Yeah, you build a redstone one, which is basically, that's the frame, which is electron, which I had some of, and the fused quartz, what was the other one, hardened glass, or hardened aluminium glass, or fused quartz, and a diamond, because I had a diamond left. I built them. I was like, I'm going to make a redstone one, and I was like, and I had some indium. I'm like, do I stick with redstone? Do I go the next? I was like, this is going to be for my reactor. I want to get the most out of it. Let's go resonant. So that's what I did. So I started to fill that up, and I was like, okay, so we filled this up to max again, so we should see the reactor now starting to build. Yeah, do that. So it's like nearly 50% full, and it's not taking all that long because you can see how quick it's going up. Perhaps if it were a little bit bigger, it would produce more, but this is just purely for the base to be powered and also to keep this up. That's like 80 million RF stored. This is full completely. This is completely full. These are completely full. My dimension is completely full. It keeps ticking between 3,99999 and so forth. But it's at its max power now. All it takes maintenance cost is 312 RF per tick, specified 142 RF per tick, but yeah. What I'll do, yeah, and I also upgraded to resonant flux ducts as well. Let's go back. Flux duct. Where's the resonant ones? That's the empty resonant one, which is redstone ones that are empty. Redstone ones are basically electrum and stuff again. Because I had a lot of gold and silver, so I was like, I might as well use it for some stuff to power this. And then enderium. Yeah, how do you make enderium? It's pyrotheum and enderium blend. Enderium blend is just silver and tin, shiny, and the molten ender pearls, basically enderium. There is an enderium base, I think. Let's see if we can find the ender IO one. There we go. Enderium base, which is basically tin, silver, and shiny to make enderium base. Yeah, enderium base, which then you put enderium base with ender pearls and pyrotheum. So it's one extra step, really, to be honest, when you'd be better off just to make it the way I've made it. I infused the matter transmitter with the crystals I found. I haven't infused the receiver. I infused the dialing device because it'll take less. I meant to do the dimension builder, but I was a bit low on crystals at the time, so I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna bother. Cocoa oven I haven't really done much with. Farm's still going in between and everything. Oh yeah, before I forget, I have started a sugarcane farm. Annihilation planes. These are what will take off the heads of these. Annihilation planes ain't too hard to make, because basically what it is, it's 3 fluids crystals, 2 iron, and these annihilation cores, which basically I've already got a bunch. Well, I had an extra couple left over, and it also auto-crafts them anyway. Because if I go into my system now, yeah, annihilation plate. I still got 2 left from, because I've made extras. But did I make all 4, or was I 1 short? Oh no, that's right. I was 1 short. Yeah, I need to make 1 more annihilation plane at some point, but I need more fluids. But can't be bothered at the minute. But its basic design is just to, because all the sugarcane was out here, but I've took it away now. So it's all going to be automated and go in my system, because I will start like magic, enchantment, and all this stuff. But anyway, I think I've caught you up with everything so far. Right, let's go and visit the dimension so you guys can see. I have started building the framework of it. It's all like of this stuff. I haven't done anything. Oh shit. Did I accidentally go and forget my charger again? I've done this twice now. Yep. If you do this, and I don't suggest you do, but after we're done here, this is what I've decided. It's like a 10 by 10 by, I think it's like 10 by 10 by, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like a 10 by 10 or a 9 by 9 by 9, something like that. Using the building guide, which, me being stupid, I accidentally hit Q and I ended up losing it in the void, and of course without wings and stuff you can't go and retrieve it. But this is the brain area of the, these are going to be the molecular assemblers with the interfaces around it. I decided to set up like multiple ones so I can handle more stuff. These are going to be the auto processors, like I'm going to a couple of redstone furnaces, a couple of pulverizers, induction smelters, magma crucibles, all those types of things that are going to auto process things. So all ores are going to be automatically processed from when I eventually build a proper quarry, because the quarry I've got at the minute it's just been in the overworld. It's going to smelt them, it's going to make enderium, all sorts of pyrotheum, all sorts of things. This is just the where the drives are going to go. I don't know what I'm going to fill the rest of this space with. Maybe more machines, or perhaps go over here, perhaps, or maybe I might just put something in here, which will be like where you access your system. This platform down here is where the new reactor is going to go for this build, but I've left the floor open. as it is. I mean, this was a pain to try and do because I basically chucked some water down here and I was like floating, and I had to place blocks underneath here all the way down and build a small platform, then pick the bucket, leave the bucket up here, and then pick it back up and keep like blocking my way back up like this. This is just a bunch of smooth stone I needed to tidy some bits up with. But yeah, that's basically what I've done so far. This is going to extend out quite far because it's going to be for more rooms. I've left this one kind of similar, but it's not quite so far, just in case I decide to build. But this is like the centre room. I did build like just a small room that like went as a square originally for this, but I was like, no, I'm going to leave it open. The reason this is covered in torches is because there's no glass on the ceiling. This is going to be all enclosed because this is the Formcraft room. I'll align the whole thing up properly at some point, but up here is basically, it's is it telling us on the tooltip? Hang on. It's edged glass. Edged glass is basically thickened glass. Thickened glass is basically sandy glass, which is just glass and sand. And of course I've got a lot of cobble, so I turned it into sand and sand into glass, so I had like enough to make, because I managed to calculate how much I needed. So I haven't got any sandy glass left over or anything. The controllers are going to go here in like a big cube. I don't know if it's going to be hollow, perhaps in the middle. Probably be hollow in the middle, perhaps. And maybe the one in the dead center, because that'll probably be where the power will come from. But I can definitely use like covers to like cover where the power would probably come from for this bit, or the power would come down from here and go straight down into the, because I'll probably have the power tap there that'll keep it running. I don't know, I haven't decided, because I can easily put a Tesseract right on the very center of that just to power it, because you have what is it? Where are the cable anchors? These, which is basically just like, apparently it's just like any material in the Nether quartz cutting knife. And what you do is you put 4 in a crafting table in a dime. How can I explain this? Like, do it like this, 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 and this. And then you put your block that you want it to be, like say for example cobblestone, in the middle, and it creates covers that covers AE cables. Right, now I was saying the easiest way to get back to your overworld dimension is to put TPX0, and what that does is basically it's a server command you can use if you own your own server, but when you click open to LAN, which is basically turning your single player into like a mini sort of server that allows you, basically this is where my world starts, this is where I spawned in, and I basically left this cave and wandered around the corner, which is where you found where I'm living at the minute. But TPX0 takes you back to your spawn point coordinates, which is there. Doesn't matter if you've slept in a bed in a different dimension or anything, TPX0 takes you right back to where you first ever spawned in this game, because part of, like, I think it's one of the configuration files, or not config files, the files when it first builds the world, it like sets that to be your default like TPX0 thing. I'm not sure if perhaps there's a way to perhaps modify that or what. I mean, you can do, I think it's /back on servers, but doesn't work for this. I think it's like if you've got plugin servers or something. I don't know specifically, but /back usually works for some things, unless they've changed that since. This leadstone cell never really gets filled up because it's just the water wheels that are up there. I'll probably recreate the mob stuff and everything in the other dimension, because I don't know if I'm ever going to keep this all in the same dimension. Might do, might not. Anyway, oh yeah, better get me charged thing before I forget. Where did I put it? Is it in here? No, is it in here? There it is. Alright, I went mining before I started recording. That's probably why there's all these ores in my bag. Let's empty this lot out. There we go. Let's repair my pick, my complete obsidian pick. It was easy to make it just purely out of obsidian since I've got so lot of it because of all the skystone that's around this bit. Speaking of obsidian, what was it on to? That's compressed obsidian, no. That's... Where's the chisel? Have I got the chisel? Because I'm gonna start recreate my Formcraft room at some point. I need a wand as well. Do I have any nuggets? I've got 7. I think it's that. Where's my iron? 1 piece of iron will give me the nuggets I need, which will then give me 2 caps. Then I need just a stick. I think it's that and that. There we go. Basic wand. Now all I need is paper. Like that. Now where's the wood? Bookcase. Oh no, sorry. There's me jumping the gun. I'll hang on to that. We need leather. Thank God I've got 22 pieces of it. So 1, 2, 3. Like that, that, and that. And this is basically a bookcase now. If you put it there, and then let's get the wand. If you right click, you got your form an icon, which is basically your book of how to use Formcraft. Some of it's already pre-filled in because they're the most basicest things possible. You need scrolling tools for most of the stuff in here, but let's see if I can find the ones that you can just need the... these, like, they're not square, they're like hexagon, I guess you'd say. Basically, once you research a bunch of aspects, after a while you can use these aspects once you research a bunch of them to buy a bunch of your research. So I can find more that's just easy to do. Like all these, for example, which go with it's the Formcraft version of the vanilla enchanting table, but they give you different things. You can't see what they say at the minute, but they're automatically, you can buy them immediately without needing to research them. This is to do with like blood magic and Britannia, bees, energistics. This is for AE2, but what you can do is you can get what's called an arcane crafting terminal, which is kind of like your crafting terminal, the iron gearbox and stuff, but it's basically for like all your magic stuff, so you can have like a magic AE system. This one can be immediately bought because shard rings give you discount off your V. You've got AOBD. I think it's I'm not sure what that does because I've never looked into it. But here's all your basic 1 caps and things, but you don't need to fuss about 1 caps too much. You can upgrade your wand as much as you want because they'll go on forever. But the foci are things like 1 foci, which is this one, is the 1 foci of fire. I think. No, this is just to tell you about foci, and then it expands to fire, lightning, equivalent exchange and so forth. You've got nitro, which is like torches, but they're like little mini flames. They're kind of cool. Elementum, which can be used for fuel, for like furnaces. Artifices, stuff like enchanted fabrics, what makes the Formcraft clothes. You've got arcane stone. Paving stone of warding is good because what it does is it creates a magic barrier across an open area that you can keep like animals trapped in. Paving stones of travelling is just, it means basically you run quicker. You won't need that in like a dimension. That's what I want to kind of get to. It's just the arcane lamp, but what it does is it emits light and it slowly expands throughout the area. So you only need one of them, not like a load of torches. Yeah, anyway. Right, so I've got the basics of that. I've got the chisel. Was it obsidian? Right. Now what was the block I was after? Obsidian. I think it was this one. Is this the one with the connected textures? No, it's not. Basically, the idea was just I'm going to build the floor. Is going to be, I think I might make it out of obsidian, because I don't think I'm going to make it out of holy stone, because I'm not so keen on holy stone myself. That's like arcane stone and feathers or something. I know there's one you can get of these obsidian blocks that's like connected textures, so it's definitely not the panel. Because I thought it looked really good, because I thought this time, now I've shown you some of the stuff, we can start building the things. I mean, I'll probably take a break in a minute and perhaps do a bunch of research, and then we can start, because you don't want to watch me just research it for the next 20 minutes or so, because you'll just get bored. See what chiseled obsidian looks like. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, well, anyway. What I'm going to do is do a bunch of research, scan a bunch of things, because to research what I'm going to need is... Where is it? Is it in the first page? That's how you magically construct it. Which one was it? I think it's this one. There it is. You need 2 shards, glass, and these. And what it does is basically, it's what is your... It scans different things to get the different V and stuff out of them, but yeah. I'll come back once I've done a bunch of like research. Well, we're back anyway. As you can tell, there's a bunch of stuff scrolling down the corner of my screen. That's because of all the research I've been doing with my thermometer. Basically, you research anything just by like looking at it. As you can tell, some of this already has things on the screen with it. That means basically I found the required material to be able to understand some of this stuff like potentia, and I can't remember what the other thing's called. But the more stuff you research, the more knowledge you gain. As you can tell, I've gained a bunch. As you can see, this now, the question marks now have terror against the name, because that's one of the research things required to be able to buy that straight out, if I need to research it. What we're building next is something... Where's it gone? Is it on here? Or was it in the other one? Here it is. There we go. Slabs of wood and wood to make tables. We need 3 of them in total. So we need... Let's just get some ordinary wood. Let's make slabs. Let's make 2 of them. And then we need an extra slab. Looks like I used them all up almost. So I just need to do that. And I need to make a 3rd one. There's a reason why I'm making a 3rd one. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start this here for now. Probably do it like just here. Then we need one that's like here. Where did I put my wand? There we go. First you put your wand on. This one gets you the basic crafting table for Formcraft. The next thing I need is... where is it? That ink thing. Research table. I need a scribing tools, which is basically glass file, feather, and ink. Which is basically 3 bits and clay. Glass and clay, basically. Alright, you get 8 of them, so that's easy. Have I got any ink? Or any black dye? Nope. I think I've got feathers in the other room. No, I've definitely not got blacking. No, I didn't have any. I thought I had. Huh. Interesting. I think it says there's more than one way to do it. You need black dye. An ink sac or black dye. And feathers. Where did my sword go? Where did I put it? That's the cleaver. That's not what I need. There's the sword. I tried to enchant it with sharpness, but instead I got Bane of Arthropods, so that didn't really work out well. Now to find a chicken and some squid. I shall go and hunt for them and come back once I've got what I need. Well, I'm back anyway, and I finally found what I needed anyway. Right, so we need glass vial, ink sac, and a feather. Gives us the scribing tools. Now, if I use the scribing tools on here, we get the research table, which basically, you can see there's all these different elements like air and so forth. I think it's air, water. Yeah, there you go. And it creates an element called ordo. That was what was missing before. I think it's water, fire, no. Water, air, ordo, terra. There we go, that's how you make the hot one. And it's like order, potential, vacuous, there we go, that's time. And then it's like vacuous and order, doesn't make one. I think you just try them in multiple combinations. Eventually something will click. I know I'm kind of bored of you guys sitting here doing this. But basically, as you can see, you gain research points and things. Now if I go back to where it's the shiny thing is means more's happened. What it's showing is basically, these are primal aspects. Air, water, and next to it it's showing me I've got the water aspect from the water outside. Fire from coal blocks. Lux from the torches, which is made of air and ignis. Metallum from some of the blocks I found around, which is ordo. Perditos from cobblestone and copper, apparently. Permutatios from copper. Potentia can be from coal, which is ignis and ordo. Tempest, which is air and water. Tempestus and tempest. Vacuous ordo, primal aspect. Terra is a big primal aspect for quite a lot, so vacuous, and so forth. There are far more research needed to be done in order to unlock the rest of the things, but where's the one that was already, we could already unlock and needed just buying? Here we go. As you can see, I've not found the required ones for these yet, but it just shows that part of it's already unlocked for what you need. Is there another one I can pre-buy? Yeah, that one needs ordo. I think that is. I think that's, no, that's not ordo. That's vacuous, and I can't remember what the other one is. I think it's arbor it needs. But yeah, the ones that's already pre-unlocked and show you what they need. You can already see what they need. This one. It's got some of it, it's just one off and then we can get it. But in order to make research happen, you need paper. I'll give you a quick demo of the mini game so you guys can kind of see what it's like. You need the scrum tools out of here as well. You go on to what shall I start with? Let's start with a basics. Let's go for Nitor. Now, as you can see, you already have this research. You need to click to get the research. And what it's done is, if I put this back in, you'll see we've got this research note. This is the basic pool of what it is. But what you have to do is get from here to here. I mean, the shortest way to do it, I think, is No, it's not air, it's lux, which I think then is air, and then I think it's fire again. And that's basically what makes what's what. I think you have to. I think it's lux is the last one. There you go. It may look like they're connected, but because they don't go together straight away, like next to each other, you usually have to put something like another lux in to make the. But as you can see, it's bridged the gap. All those diamonds have gone, and the discovered research is finished. Basically, now you right click it, and it's gone in. As you can see, research complete. Now, if I go to Nitor, it'll say 1 glowstone will equal this in a crucible. What is a crucible, you ask? Crucible is basically just a cauldron that you whack with your wand. You can put any shard in to get a balanced shard. I think you have to put so many of them in or something. Balanced shard gives you Salus Mundus and so forth, but that's the basics of Formcraft, really. Where's my iron? That. There you go, cauldron. That's just what we needed. Basically do that and get your wand and tap it. Now it's magical. You need kind of like a heat source underneath it, like perhaps Nitor or something. Some people say it's better to use lava, but lava can sometimes set it on fire. You've got I've got a piece of netherrack. I'll use that actually. Is my flint and steel still in here? No, that must be in. There it is. The best ways to do this. No, they're creosote buckets. Just need a normal bucket. Basically, what you have to do, which I found the easiest way to do it, is just get netherrack, light it, and that on top. And now all I need is water. I'll just go outside quickly and grab some water. And once I put this in, it should start bubbling. That sailed down easy. I think I'm still on peaceful at the minute from my test. What I'll check in a minute, but yeah, what you'll see in a minute is it start to bubble and so forth. I mean, you can use Nitor in replacement for it, but this is just to get us going. Yeah, it's bubbling now. Now I'll make some Nitor. How much glowstone have I got? I've got 3 pieces left. I'll have to take a trip back into the nether to get more, because it took enough using for these lamps, but maybe once I leave this place I might. Or do I need another one? I think you need 1, maybe 2 glowstone, I can't remember. It's been a while since I've actually done research. Let's try a second one, just see. As you can see, it's bubbling away with magic. I mean, you can shift click and clear out what you've just done, but obviously I'll lose what I've just put in there. But let's just have a double check. Yeah, you need oh, I needed 3 of them, that's why. But yeah, basically what you need is 3 of these glowstone, which is basically 3 Ignis, 3 Lux and 3 Potentia. Torches, what have they got on them? They've just got logs. If you want like potential and stuff, you have to scan various other bits and pieces, but that's the basics of Formcraft. I think probably next time we'll probably make a start on actually putting stuff properly together. But I'll probably do more research, try and research a bunch of stuff to get to the arcane lamp and things, and then perhaps next time come back. I'm still going to work on trying to figure out which obsidian I want to use, but that will be the floor for the arcane room, or the Formcraft room, shall I say. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed this extra long episode, because it's over 30 minutes, because I tried to keep on at least 30, under 30 minutes to at least 20 minutes, maybe 15, because it's easier to upload them. If you enjoyed, give it a like and always subscribe for more, and I'll see you in episode 8.